The Dreamweaver's Secret. In a quaint little village nestled between rolling green hills and whispering forests, there lived a girl named Lily. With twinkling eyes the colour of the morning sky and a heart full of wonder, Lily loved nothing more than to dream of adventures beyond the horizon. One evening, as the golden sun dipped below the mountains and the sky was painted with hues of pink and orange, Lily noticed a soft glow coming from the attic window, a place she was seldom allowed to explore. "That's strange," she whispered to herself. "I've never seen that light before." Curiosity fluttered in her chest like a tiny butterfly. Quietly, she tiptoed past her parents, who were settling down by the fireplace. "Good night, Lily," her mother called softly. "Sweet dreams, my dear," her father added with a smile. "Good night," Lily replied, trying to hide the excitement in her voice. She climbed the creaky stairs to the attic, each step making a gentle sound that seemed louder in the evening hush. At the top, she found a door she had never noticed before. It was small and ornate, with intricate carvings of stars, moons, and swirling galaxies. The soft glow seeped from beneath it. Taking a deep breath, Lily gently pushed the door open. Inside was a room bathed in a warm, ethereal light. Dust motes danced in the air like tiny fairies. In the center stood an old, ornate chest adorned with celestial carvings. "How beautiful!" she murmured, running her fingers over the cool, smooth wood. With a soft click, the chest opened, revealing a breathtaking tapestry woven with threads that glowed in every color imaginable. The patterns seemed to move and dance, telling stories of far-off places and magical creatures. As Lily lifted the tapestry, it unfurled gracefully, and tiny sparks of light floated around her like glowing fireflies. "This is extraordinary!" she exclaimed, eyes wide with wonder. Suddenly, the tapestry shimmered more brightly, and the attic began to fade. The walls dissolved into a swirl of colors, and Lily felt herself floating gently, as if on a cloud. She closed her eyes, feeling a cool breeze brush against her cheeks. When she opened them, she found herself standing in a magnificent meadow, where the grass glowed softly under her feet, and the sky was a tapestry of twinkling stars, even though it was daytime. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers and a melody of distant chimes. "Welcome to the realm of dreams," said a warm, melodic voice. Lily turned to see a graceful figure approaching, a woman with flowing silver hair adorned with tiny stars and eyes that sparkled like the deepest galaxies. She wore a gown that seemed to be woven from the night sky itself. "You know my name? Who are you?" Lily asked, astonished. "I am the Dreamweaver, the guardian of dreams and imagination. This is my realm, where all dreams are woven into the night sky," the woman replied with a kind smile. Lily felt a gentle warmth in her heart. She had always believed in magic, and now she was standing in the very heart of it. "Come, there is much to see," the Dreamweaver said, extending her hand. They walked together through the meadow, where butterflies made of light flitted from flower to flower, and the flowers themselves hummed soft lullabies. Lily reached out to touch a butterfly, and it rested on her fingertip, leaving a trail of sparkling dust. They reached a crystal-clear pond, where reflections showed not just faces, but feelings. Joy, hope, and love shimmered on its surface. "It's so beautiful. I've never felt so peaceful," Lily whispered, peering into the pond. As they wandered, Lily thought about the dreams she had back home, the ones she sometimes doubted could ever come true. She remembered wishing she could share her stories with children all over the world, to make them smile and dream big. Sometimes I worry my dreams are just silly, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. Every dream has a purpose, no matter how big or small. They are the whispers of your heart, the Dreamweaver reassured her, placing a gentle hand on her shoulder. Just then, a soft shadow passed over the meadow. The light dimmed slightly, and the humming flowers quieted. The butterflies retreated into the petals. "What was that?" Lily asked, concerned. "A shadow of doubt. It happens when someone begins to lose belief in their dreams," the Dreamweaver explained, a hint of sadness in her eyes. "Can we help them?" Lily asked earnestly. "Yes, but it requires kindness and hope," the Dreamweaver replied. Lily thought about how a kind word or a smile from a friend made her feel better on a cloudy day. "What can I do?" she asked. "Let's gather starlight to brighten their dreams," the Dreamweaver suggested. They gently floated up to the stars, climbing an invisible staircase that shimmered beneath their feet. The stars were close enough to touch, each one pulsing softly with light. "Hold out your hands," the Dreamweaver instructed. Lily cupped her hands, and a star descended, settling gently into her palms. It felt warm and soothing. "Now think of a happy memory," the Dreamweaver said. Lily closed her eyes and thought of the time she and her father had sat under a blanket fort, telling stories and laughing until their bellies ached. The star in her hands glowed brighter. "Very good. Your joy strengthens the starlight," the Dreamweaver smiled. With each piece they collected, the shadows below faded a little more. They carefully placed the starlight into small satchels made of moonbeams. But one shadow remained, lingering stubbornly over a little cottage at the edge of the meadow. It seemed darker and more forlorn than the others. "Why won't that one go away?" Lily wondered. "That's the shadow of a boy named Max. He has lost his ability to dream," the Dreamweaver said sadly. "Then we must help him," Lily declared. They descended gently back to the meadow and approached the cottage, which seemed dim and quiet. The windows were closed and the garden was overgrown. Inside, they found Max sitting alone, gazing at an empty fireplace. His eyes looked distant and his shoulders sagged as if carrying a heavy weight. "Hello, I'm Lily. Mind if I sit with you?" she asked gently. Max looked up, surprised. "Sure, but there's not much to do here," he shrugged. "I've found that sometimes, even just talking can make things better." Lily smiled softly. Max sighed. "I used to have such big dreams. Adventures, stories, all sorts of things. But now, they just seem so far away." "I understand," Lily said. "Sometimes our dreams can feel distant, especially when we're feeling down." She reached into her satchel and pulled out a small piece of starlight. It glowed softly, casting a warm light around the room. "Here, this is for you," she offered. "What is it?" Max asked, eyes widening. "It's a piece of starlight, a reminder that there's always light, even when things seem dark," Lily explained. As Max held the starlight, a soft glow surrounded him. The shadow lifted, and a gentle smile appeared on his face. The room brightened, and the fireplace flickered to life with a cozy flame. I remember now. I used to dream of flying among the stars," Max said, his eyes shining with newfound hope. "Dreams are like stars. They're always there, even when we can't see them." Lily smiled. Outside, the garden began to bloom with vibrant flowers, and the air filled with the scent of jasmine and honey. The shadows that had clung to the cottage dissipated completely. "Thank you, Lily," Max said earnestly. "I feel like I can dream again." "You're very welcome," she replied. Maybe one day we can go on an adventure together." "I'd like that," Max grinned. "I will." Max nodded solemnly. "Now, I believe it's time for you both to return home," the Dreamweaver said gently. "Will we see you again?" Lily asked. "The realm of dreams is always here, whenever you close your eyes and open your heart." The Dreamweaver smiled. Lily and Max exchanged a glance. "Until next time," they said in unison. As they closed their eyes, a soft breeze enveloped them, carrying the scent of blossoms and the sound of distant chimes. When Lily opened her eyes, she found herself back in the attic, the tapestry neatly folded inside the chest. The morning sun was just beginning to peek over the hills, casting a golden glow through the attic window. Birds chirped cheerfully, and the village was coming to life. She made her way back to her cozy bed, snuggling under the covers. As she closed her eyes, she knew that the realm of dreams was only a heartbeat away. Later that day, Lily sat at the kitchen table with her parents, sharing a breakfast of warm oatmeal and fresh fruit. "You seem especially happy this morning," her mother observed. "I had the most wonderful dream," Lily replied, her eyes sparkling. "Would you like to tell us about it?" her father asked, leaning in with interest. Lily smiled. "I met the Dreamweaver, and we helped a boy named Max rediscover his dreams." "That sounds like quite an adventure," her mother said. "It was. And I realized that our dreams are important, no matter how small they might seem," Lily said thoughtfully. Her father nodded. "Dreams are the seeds of tomorrow. They grow into something wonderful if we nurture them." "Speaking of dreams," her mother began, "I was thinking we could start writing down some of your stories. Perhaps we could share them at the next village gathering." "Really?" Lily's eyes widened with excitement. "Absolutely," her father agreed. "You have a gift, and it's time we shared it with others." Over the next few weeks, Lily and her parents worked together to bring her stories to life. They wrote them down, adding colorful illustrations, and bound them into a small book. On the night of the village gathering, Lily stood nervously at the front of the hall. The room was filled with friendly faces, her neighbors, friends, and even Max, who had moved to the village recently. Taking a deep breath, she began to read her stories aloud. As she spoke, the room seemed to fill with the same magic she had felt in the realm of dreams. The listeners were captivated, their eyes shining with wonder. Afterward, the room erupted in applause. "That was wonderful, Lily!" Max exclaimed, approaching her with a big smile. "Thank you, Max. I'm so glad you enjoyed it," she replied. "You inspired me to start drawing again," he said, showing her a sketch of the realm of dreams. "This is beautiful." Lily admired the drawing. "Maybe we can work on a story together." "I'd like that," Max grinned. As the evening drew to a close, Lily felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She realized that by sharing her dreams, she was helping others find theirs. That night, as she lay in bed gazing at the stars outside her window, she whispered, "Thank you, Dreamweaver." A gentle breeze rustled the leaves outside, and for a moment she thought she saw a shimmering figure waving from the shadows. "Sweet dreams, Lily," a familiar voice seemed to whisper. She closed her eyes, and a peaceful sleep enveloped her. The next morning, Lily woke up to the sound of birds singing a cheerful melody. Sunlight streamed through the curtains, casting a warm glow across her room. She stretched and smiled, remembering the joy of the previous night's gathering. Downstairs, the aroma of her mother's freshly baked bread filled the air. Lily hurried to join her parents at the table. "Good morning," she greeted them brightly. "Good morning, sweetheart," her mother replied, placing a plate of warm pastries on the table. Her father looked up from a letter he was reading. "Lily, it seems your stories have made quite an impression. We've received an invitation to share them at the Grand Library in the city." "Really?" Lily's heart fluttered with excitement. "Yes. They believe your stories could inspire many more children," her father said proudly. "Would you like to go?" her mother asked. "I would love to," Lily exclaimed. Over the following days, the family prepared for their trip to the city. Max offered to come along to share his illustrations. Together, they created a collection of stories and drawings that seemed to capture the very essence of the realm of dreams. The city was bustling with activity, unlike anything Lily had ever seen. Tall buildings touched the sky, and streets were filled with people from all walks of life. At the Grand Library, they were welcomed warmly. The library's hall was grand, with shelves that reached high ceilings and windows that bathed the room in natural light. As Lily and Max took the stage, a hush fell over the crowd. They began to share their stories and illustrations, each word and image weaving magic into the hearts of the listeners. Children and adults alike were captivated. Some closed their eyes, as if transported to the magical meadow where dreams came alive. After their presentation, people lined up to speak with them. "Your stories reminded me of my own childhood dreams," an elderly woman said, her eyes glistening with tears. "Thank you for bringing magic back into our lives," a young mother added, holding her child's hand. Max smiled at Lily. "We really made a difference." "Yes," Lily agreed. "I think the Dreamweaver would be proud." That night, back at their lodging, Lily gazed out the window at the city lights twinkling like stars. "Do you think we'll visit the realm of dreams again?" Max asked. "I hope so," Lily replied. "But even if we don't, I think a part of it is always with us." Max nodded thoughtfully. "You're right. As long as we keep dreaming and sharing our dreams, the magic never really fades." They sat in comfortable silence, each lost in their own thoughts. "Max," Lily said after a while, "I'm glad we became friends." "Me too," he replied. "You helped me find my dreams again." "And you've helped me share mine," she smiled. As they prepared for bed, Lily felt a contentment she'd never known before. Her adventures had led her to new places, new friends, and a deeper understanding of herself. Closing her eyes, she drifted into sleep, her mind filled with images of glowing meadows, starry skies, and the gentle smile of the Dreamweaver. And so Lily slept peacefully, knowing that her dreams could touch the hearts of many, and that the magic of the realm of dreams was a gift to be shared. Good night, and may your own dreams be filled with wonder and joy.